We have some very interesting information coming to light in regards to 9/11 and actually being talked about on 60 Minutes. This is a former senator from Florida, Bob Graham. He, among other peoples, saying that they have seen this 28-page document that is basically a bombshell when it comes to 9/11. Now, he goes into detail stating that from what he saw, and he wouldn't name names, and he does fear for his life, but he says that there's no way that this happened without help from individuals inside the United States, and that he connects all this back to Saudi Arabia and goes down some avenues that we've heard about before. But what he states, this new information, I want to put this in the minds of the people and let it be known. You're looking at the U.S. Capitol. This just so happens to be an area that I will be heading to here this week, an area that is seeing a lot of different protests going on a lot, on a weekly basis, but right now there's different groups converging up here for different events, Democracy Spring, Democracy Awakening, all that happening this weekend as I approach. But while I'm there, I'm going to be paying attention to what's underneath my feet, because most people that come up here have no clue that hidden right here between the owl's eyes in the Capitol, right there at the visitor center, underground, in a vault, is all these key documents that Congress is hiding. Right here beneath the feet of all these people that are trying to come up here and march for freedom and justice and everything else, right beneath their feet lies the gold. The bombshell evidence that blows this out of the water. This 28-page document that states through and through all the events that took place leading up to 9/11. They also go into detail about how Bush and Cheney had refused to talk to the 9/11 Commission. And did you know that only $15 million was spent into the 9/11 Commission, the whole investigation? They had spent millions just in trying to investigate Clinton for all his fraudulent stuff and the affairs. And it goes on and on. Millions spent on investigating Hillary Clinton. All the money spent, but when it comes to the biggest attack to ever happen here in this country, they spend literally pennies. And then Cheney and Bush refuse to talk to the commission under oath. And they had to do so with them both present in the room. I think you all know where this is going. So at this point, it's taken all this time just for a little shred of this to come out through the MSM here on 60 Minutes, talking about this former senator, among other people that are concerned, saying that this 28-page document was conveniently avoided by those in the mainstream media and by this government. So, for those wondering where it sits, where the item is that tells the story, that if everyone was to see it, it would show proof of exactly what happened. It sits right here, underground, right between these two towers at the visitor center. Most people will never know that, will never realize that, will never realize that all the evidence they ever needed to expose all these fools is literally sitting right underneath their feet up there. Sparks thoughts of National Treasure and a hunt for the truth for whoever out there is willing to do it. It's there. It's been Dabu 7.